guys, Bella here. In this video, I'm going to be going over some things that I have sold on Amazon recently. Most of these things have sold in March of 2020. As you guys know, I have started merchant fulfilling a ton of orders and I'm still very, looking forward to getting back to FBA, but I think this has actually been a really positive thing for me because my sales have been way up and I've sort of learned to pivot with the changes that have been happening. And it also really made me realize that not to be overly reliant on one platform. But with that being said, I want to go into my sales. Now I'm going to pop the item up on the screen here so you can see each thing. This is the first time that I've made a video like this, but I see a lot of other resellers doing it, so I wanted to make one for you so you can actually see the items that sold. So the first item that sold is this jigsaw puzzle. This item actually sold for $34.95. I paid roughly $11 after paying for it with taxes. I don't have my reseller certificate. I should probably get that. Can you guys actually leave a comment below if you have gone through the process to get your tax-free certificate? I know a lot of people who have it and a lot of people who don't, and I've also heard a lot of people have trouble getting the stores to accept it sometimes, and that it's just kind of becomes a hassle. So I'm glad that I actually brought that up because that's something that has been on my mind lately. But anyways, I'm in this for $11. It sold for $34.95 plus shipping. That is one thing with all of the merchant fulfilled orders, they do include shipping in the price. So yeah, that was a pretty good flip there. The next item is this other puzzle that sold for $37.99. I also picked that up for $11. I'm getting these puzzles from Target. Now, the reason that I'm able to give away this bolo is that my Target is sold out of them. So I really, I encourage you to go get them. They're selling about as fast as I can get them listed. So, and I'm just not going to go to every Target and get them. So please share in the profits with me if this is something that you can find. The next item is a dumbbell. So weights and exercise equipment is selling exceptionally well right now. This is an item that I picked up from Walmart. This is a 5-pound weight and I think it was around $5. I sold that for $13.95 plus shipping. I think I sold about 10 of those. I could only find so many in stock, and Walmart was the source for that. Now, I will tell you guys that weights are something that people kind of overlook, but anything that can fit into a flat ring mailer can still be shipped even though it is heavy. So just consider that. I think I shipped this for $7.75 in a bubble mailer. The next item is this really cool turtle puzzle. I got this for like $11 as well. It sold for $44.95 and it sold like within 20 minutes of listing it sold. So that was a good flip for me. Okay, the next item is something that sold for $39.99. I picked it up for $17 plus tax at Walmart, so I was in it for about $19. I think I made $11.40 profit on this, but I actually found 3 of them, so I made around $33 profit on these items, and they sold before I got out of Walmart. I actually listed them while they're in my buggy because I was like, well, I don't really want to buy these if they're not going to sell, or if Amazon is going to flag them for fair pricing policy. I also need to make a video about that because that is something that has been going on lately. But anyways, I made my money back really quickly on these. This is something that I'm not really used to doing. I don't really like to have to spend $19 to get back $11, but it was kind of stupid not to because they sold before I even got out of the store. So this is kind of one of those things where having the money in your account really makes a difference, because the issue with this is that with Amazon, we don't get paid. We only get paid every 2 weeks. So I'm not going to get that money back for 2 weeks. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But the more cash that you have on hand, the more you can do these kind of deals with. And that's kind of how I think a lot of people who have high sales numbers are able to operate. They are able to take less profit margin on things, but make more money, because I can actually make $11 really quickly, or I can make $5 slowly. So I think that is one thing to keep in mind. Okay, the next item actually sold via FBA. This was a Bible in Spanish. So this was $17.95 was the sale, and I paid, it looks like $2.51 for it. The SKU says I got it in February 28th of 2020, so I did not hold on to it for very long. I actually just scanned the front cover and found it on there. The rank was pretty high. I do need to start putting the rank of things in my SKU because that is something I've sort of become interested in lately, but that was a really good sale. The next item is this Fisker's Cloud Squeeze Punch thing. This is a craft tool that I picked up from Tuesday Morning for $5.50. It actually sold for $25. I think I had 2 or 3 of those in stock. Tuesday Morning is great to pick up craft tools. Some of these cloud punch or the hole punch things, some of them are sell for a lot, and then some of them are not great. So you just have to scan them and see what all is in stock. Next item is a VHS tape. That's right, you heard me. I said VHS tape. I do not buy a lot of these, but I picked this one up, and I sold it for $15.99. Now, the reason that you see $2.51 per unit on my cost is I actually added up everything that I spent on a sourcing trip, and then I added up the amount of items I got in the trip, and then I just based my average cost on that. So that is why you see that $2.51 per unit. But it's still a really great flip. The actual thing was, I think, maybe 2 or 3 VHS tapes in one, and of course I picked that up from a thrift store. But I think back on the days that I was at church and we had the old VHS player, so maybe there's still some churches around that actually have that. Next item is a book that sold for $27.51. This is a book that I got in February 21st during my sourcing trip to Huntsville and Birmingham. I actually only paid $181 per unit on this, and so it sold for $27.51. So good flip there. The next item is another book that I got at a Goodwill. I paid $2 for it. It sold for $16.70. This is a spiral bound book with no ISBN or barcode on the back, so I just had to use the Amazon Seller app to scan the front of it. It's a Boy Scout Club handbook. Some of the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts books can be valuable, so just keep a lookout for that. Okay, next item is a cross stitch kit. This is something that I grabbed from Tuesday Morning for $4, and it sold for $17.99. I've had it since, looks like I got it on March the 9th. So I did not have it very long, but I think because of everything that's going on right now, people are looking for at-home activities to do. So a cross stitch thing for under $20 is a no-brainer for most customers. So yeah, that is something that was a retail arbitrage flip for me. I started doing more retail stuff in the past 3 or 4 months, and I'm seeing great returns from that, so I'm going to continue to do that. Next item is a Bible. I love selling Bibles. As most booksellers will tell you, there are some extremely valuable Bibles. This Bible I picked up for $2 and it sold for $35. This was one that I've had, I got this in March, so have not had this for very long, and it actually was a really great flip at $35 per sale. This is something that I wish happens more often, but that was a great one. Next item is another retail arbitrage score from Tuesday Morning. This is something that I do not really know, you know, it's not really a category of things, but it was a jewelry and bead organizer that I got for $3 plus tax, so $3.30, and it sold for $19.95, so I'm happy with that. The next item is a smiley face cross stitch pattern. Again, I got this for $4 and it sold for $16.83. So another great Tuesday Morning flip. I love sourcing at Tuesday Morning. I didn't really source there up until the past year, and I started realizing I was scanning all the wrong things. So now I mostly scan in the craft category of Tuesday Morning. Next up, we have a book flip, $1.81, and it sold for $39.70. This is the Psychosocial Care of Children in Hospitals, a Clinical Practice Manual from the ACCH Child Life Research Project. Whew, that is a mouthful. But that book sold relatively quickly. Looks like I got that in February, so that sold pretty fast and for $39.70. Next is a cool find because I have 8 of these. I got these for $1 and they sold for $14.99 each. I got them from the It's 5 store when I was in Kansas City, Missouri. These I wasn't really sure about, but I thought I'd just grab them because they're only $1. I had them priced a little higher, and then I lowered the price to $14.99, and then they all sold off. So I think I made about $8 profit each on those off of $1. So $8 into $80 because I want to say I had 8 or 9 of them. But yeah, that was a great flip. You guys, I got turned on to the It's 5 store. Me and my mom went in there and we were like, this is crazy because there's people in there digging with gloves on, and like people have like aprons on, and it was insane. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it really appeals to the like white trash side of me. Like, it was really fun. Next item is this keto unsweetened creamer. I got this for $4 at Marshall's and it sold for $13.72. Not a huge profit on this, but definitely able to double my money on it, and it sold relatively quickly. I really don't know why people are buying this, but I don't understand the obsession with keto and stuff for low carb, but I know a lot of people do it. So but yeah, anything that is diet specific usually does pretty well for me in the grocery category. Next item is a water filter. This sold for $43.82. I picked this one up for $15, and I want to say that I got two of these. I got two different kinds of filters, but I got two of these for $15 each and sold them both for $43.82. So I think after shipping I made about $10 or $15 on that, and I want to say closer to $15. And that was from Walmart clearance aisle. I don't find a ton of stuff at my Walmart clearance aisle, but every once in a while I can pick up some stuff from there. And my Walmart clearance, they don't lower the price very much on things. So this one was just one that happened to be clearanced out, and it actually had dust all over it because it's been sitting on that shelf for so long. Okay, here's another one of the filters. This one I had to pay $19 for, and it sold for $59.99, and I had two of them, so it was a good profit. I got those all in the same day, and they sold all in the same day, so I shipped them out. I had purchased them, listed them, sold them, shipped them in a matter of less than 24 hours. So that is the kind of retail arbitrage I like to do, not the kind where I'm sitting on inventory for a month. Okay, next book is kind of weird, Alaska Wildlife Notebook Series. This is a book that I found for $2.51. I sold it for $28.45, and I got this at McKay's bookstore in Nashville. So it had a really high rank, but I was like, the price is good enough that I will just not even worry about it. And even though it had a high rank, it's still sold. I got it in February of 2020, and it's already sold. So don't let the high rank scare you away. This next item is a item that I picked up from Bed Bath & Beyond clearance for $1. They had actually had 90% off clearance when I was in Kansas City, Missouri. So I picked up 8 of these and sold them all. So I think I paid $1 and they sold for $9.49 each. So good profit there. They're like a little magnetic poster thing, so they're really thin and really lightweight. Okay, next item is a stamp set. So this is a small paper set, probably weighs 2 ounces at the most. This sold for $14.99. I paid $3.30 for it. I did sell 2 of these, so I had 2 that I grabbed from the store. I will be buying more of these for sure because I didn't know if it was going to sell or not, but it sold and sold for a good price. So here's a cool one that I want to talk about with you guys. I paid around $3 for this book. Specifically, I remember buying it from the Huntsville Public Library bookstore, and I got it for $3 and it sold for $95. And this is a weird book because let me tell you guys, I started flipping through this book in the library and there's some pictures of dead bodies in it. So it was pretty weird. It's about the Iraq War. Obviously, it says uncensored on it. So yeah, someone wanted to look at pictures of people who got their brains blown out, but whatever, that's, everyone has their thing, so I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to provide the stuff. So yeah, $95 sale, and that is probably my best flip of the month. I think that was on up there. Next item I sold is a puzzle, and I have a story to tell you guys about this puzzle. So I got this for free because I was at the thrift store and I was about to walk in, and a lady that I know pulled up with a big thing of donations, and then she goes, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Do you want any of this stuff before I bring it in?" And I was like, "Sure, let me look through it." So I grabbed everything that I thought would be profitable. I didn't scan it, I just grabbed everything that I could kind of eyeball, and this was a sealed puzzle. And the reason that I tell you this is because I think it's really important to tell other people that you are a reseller, because that is the best way to get local inventory. Is when people think about selling things, they need to think of you. So I think that was a great time that paid off for me, because it just happened to be that she was coming in with a donation and I was out there. So basically she let me have everything for free, gave her a hug, and that is just, you know, the quality of the relationships that you build is really important, because that's going to allow you to get inventory and to find new sources. So that's the last item that I have for you guys. I did want to do this update video because I am super busy right now shipping merchant fulfilled orders and sourcing, but I wanted to kind of show you what's been going on. Unfortunately, I can't tell you any of the products that I'm selling that are my replenishables, because then, you know, it would be too many competitors on the listing. But I wanted to show you a few things, especially things that I know that I can't restock that many of, because everybody has Target and Walmart. So I wanted to be able to share some of that with you. Hopefully you are surviving quarantine okay. I've seen so many people walk by while I'm making this video. I have like a kind of a walk through neighborhood, so a lot of people are walking around here with their dogs and just getting out and having fun. So but yeah, I just wanted to share this info with you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I am about to start listing more stuff, and I got all of my orders shipped this morning. I ship everything in the morning, and then I buy more during the day, and then I list it. So it's just a non-stop process that I've been doing lately. But I hope that everyone is doing well, and I will catch you in the next video.